to the past, Samurai Jack. Gotta do that. Back to the past, Samurai Jack. Jack. Gotta do that. Back to the past, Samurai Jack. Gotta do that. Back to the past, Samurai Jack.
Good morning. Welcome back to another episode.
Morning.
Dude, this is like the evening.
It's morning in some countries.
This is after. Oh.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Well, good morning to those countries
Yeah,
that
good
are
morning, y'all.
morning.
And good night to the other ones.
And
Yeah, that's
good evening, good afternoon. We're done.
Okay.
Listen here, Baldy. You're about to be bald one day. So.
Well, then good afternoon too.
And you're a pussy.
Okay. Well,
Alright, you got it.
let's get back to what we're doing. We're doing like we did with the U-Hawk show. We're doing a series of 5 episodes per series, which this one is Samurai Jack, obviously by knowing the title.
Yes.
We're gonna tell what we remember in the beginning, like we usually do, and then we're gonna break off, go into the trailer for the show, and at the end of it, you'll have a review of the first 5. But we're doing it differently. We're not starting off with episode 1.
No.
As you guys know, I think it's episode 37 and 38. Is a prequel hour special that shows how Samurai Jack's dad defeated a coup with the magic sword, and then because episode 1 starts off with a coup becoming free and Jack and everybody fighting him and stuff like that. But we're starting off with the prequel, which is episode 37, 38, and then we're going 1, 2, 3, which will make total the first 5.
Yeah.
So passing around the board, Aaron, what do you remember of the series that you liked about it?
That was awesome. I like the fighting. The fighting was amazing.
Well, I think it was the closest thing to American-made
Anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And the voice actors are good too.
Yeah.
And just the animation.
Samurai Jack's actually voiced by Phil Lamar.
Yeah.
It's fun. And I'm not being racist, but it's funny because he's a black guy voicing an Asian, which a lot of cartoons don't usually have that. Which means he's the
second black man to do an Asian man's voice.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because that means it's limitless. That means white people can play black people. That means you're just taking the color out of it. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Fantastic Four.
That's a video all in itself.
Oh.
So,
Okay. What do you remember? Yeah, I like the art style.
I did you do it?
What episode do you remember that stood out to you? That you can recall?
Probably, maybe, I think the last episode. Cause like.
You mean the last episode?
Yeah.
There was no.
Of season 4.
Oh, you're talking about the one where he was with the baby?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And then I can't wait for it to come back. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna review it. We're gonna have fun.
There's like 50-something episodes, I think. I don't know the exact number, but we'll do 5 in a row. Like the U-Hawk show, we usually do arcs, but shows like this, when we do, we're gonna do like 5 episodes for each series. We're gonna start with 5 at a time, even if it ends like a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
We're sticking to 5. But I guess you have any expectations walking into this?
I'm just reliving childhood, man.
Yeah. Alright, welcome. This is a new addition to our channel, Rachel. What do you think of the series?
I think it's amazing. I really like the art style and his attitude.
I guess I can see that, like being this whole kind of quiet walk around warrior. And Aku was hilarious. Do you remember?
I remember.
Well, is there any expectation? What was your episode that you liked? That stood out to you?
I'm gonna be completely honest. It's been so long that I can't remember a specific episode.
Well, you're gonna learn. You have any expectations?
Just how he said it. You're gonna learn.
Do you have any expectations?
It's gonna be as awesome as it was when we were.
As a lot of people know, Samurai Jack's awesome cartoon. It's actually my favorite one to actually come out of Cartoon Network.
Yep.
That's why he's talking a lot.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, don't I carry the videos myself most of the time? Don't I, Aaron?
It all depends what we're doing.
Yeah, it all depends on what we're talking about.
And
with
let's-
the subject. Like Yu Yu Hakusho, it's you. Samurai Jack, it's you.
That's true. If
No.
we watched a Marvel movie, it doesn't.
Me and him are mostly.
Well,
Cartoons.
technically,
Yeah.
like,
And we also done Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Because
Me and Aaron
we're
were
talking
talking
most of the video.
Well, Dustin, moving on. My favorite episode that I can remember, I have to say, was when he first met the Scotsman, and he was on the bridge.
oh yeah, they,
yeah.
Had that challenge. too.
Because back in the old days, back when they would, warriors would travel, the sign of respect that if two people meet in the middle of the bridge, one has to back up so the other one can proceed.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times warriors would fight to the death on bridges so that way they could pass out of respect. I thought that was really cool. Now, that's probably one of the episodes that stood out to me, and I'm expecting to relive all of my happy joy childhood. Dustin, okay, how about you?
I'd say the Dog Village when Samurai Jack was protecting the Dog Village and he took out that entire army of robots.
Yes, that's actually the first movie, the first few
Because
episodes.
that was also because I love the dogs. They're like,
No, if you look at the dogs, they're actually animated like it would be if it was in Dexter's Laboratory or something.
Yeah.
Or Powerpuff Girls. They actually have some. If you didn't know this, they actually have some. Since it's in the distant future, they have Easter eggs from different cartoons like Dexter and other shows like that. Powerpuff Girls actually have little Easter eggs that prove that existed at one point.
Yeah.
Like the same sign that was in Townsville and Powerpuff Girls was actually a broken down town and a broken down sign in a wasted city in Samurai Jack, which shows that it existed. Now, what part of the series are you looking forward to seeing, or what were you expecting out of it?
I want to see the Dog Village again. I love the dogs; they're awesome. Really, I'm just expecting to see nostalgia again, seeing Samurai Jack, and just hearing that main theme song again.
Yeah.
That main theme song, and then also seeing every time he brings out his sword, he's serious.
Well, I like I think it's Gendy. I think it's his name, like Gendy or something.
Look, forgive us if we're butchering the creator's name.
I think it's Gendy Tartakovsky. I think his name is.
I guess.
Gendy Tartakovsky, the creator of Samurai Jack. He is a masterpiece when it comes to animation and storytelling.
Yeah.
So we're doing this so that way when season 5 comes out on Toonami, we're going to review episode by episode.
Yep.
So if anybody's got nothing else to say, I guess we're going to get back and start the show.
Nope.
Enjoy the trailer.
See ya.
In a distant time, evil had a form, then a name.
I am Aku.
Travel back and see how the terror began.
I see that I must show your world who is master.
Your evil grasp ends now. I am the lost son of a beautiful kingdom. The evil wizard Aku has destroyed my homeland and hurtled me into the future, ruled by his hand. To return to my past, I must fight him now. This is my quest. I fear no man.
Ooh, that's some tough talk coming from a man who wears a basket on his head.
The key to Aku's destruction lies in the past. I will find my way there. I only begun to fight.
Hello, welcome back. We just watched, the first 3, and then
Okay, we watched Samurai Jack.
shut the fuck up. Fuck your math.
Well, let's get back to this, okay? Alright, what we'll do, what we'll do is we're going to review the prequel, episode 37, 38,
Yep.
separately from the first and second and third episode.
First 3.
Because even though the prequel is part of the beginning, there's 2 separate storylines
Yeah.
with 2 different details for each main, because each of them have a main character that's not the same.
Yeah.
So, we'll go with the prequel first, 37, 38. Aaron, what did you think about it?
to be honest, like the little horse when it showed like the gods or whatever they were, and that one on the horse, like that was a weird looking son of a bitch. That horse is like
No, it's funny. Its legs are like.
yeah, and it's like and a giant ass god is like riding on that horse.
I like it because it's it's the same animation as like Dexter and stuff, but you actually get to see that. I mean, like, even though animation's weird and some of it can be kind of weird design for character, I think it was an overall good story.
Yeah.
What part did you not like about it?
That I did not like about it.
About the first arc.
Apparently the monks, because they would look pretty weird right there.
Like their heads look like potatoes.
Yeah, like
they look like potatoes.
it's like a weird Mr. Potato Head man that didn't make the cut.
How about what thing about it stood out to you that you really liked?
I like how they made the sword, how they told how the sword was made, and that at the end how like he took on a coup, like a thousands or a million whatever a coup at the same time.
Yeah.
And he like beat the fuck out of him, like ta-ta, bitch.
Yeah, it showed he fought an entire army's worth of a coup, and it actually showed that it actually made. I'll get on to that when I get to my side. What was the one character design out of the prequel that you liked? That stood out to you because since the design of the characters are strange and they're all unique and they're all different.
Probably the third god that we saw.
Yeah.
When they were making the sword, the Indian one, with the forearms blue.
Like hold. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
The dot,
Take will come again.
Yeah, I like that.
You must save humanity,
Not don't want to.
and you owe us $50.
Fuck that.
After that, you owe us $50 for saving humanity.
Okay,
That
Rachel,
sucks.
what did you think about it?
I liked it. It was just a little slow.
Yeah, I can see
It
that.
started really slow.
It was kind of boring, like from the moment he was created all the way until he actually attacked the Empire. It was like.
But it was cool to see how like he was there for the dinosaur age all the way up to
Yeah, and
ancient Japan.
it's yeah, I can see that. What part of I guess that fits in with what you didn't want to like.
Well, I didn't like how long it took for that one last part of evil to reach Earth.
It was it was like I was sitting there going like this.
I'll do exactly that. I'll do an imitation of it.
Is it there yet?
Yeah, it's literally spinning like.
What time is it again?
Yeah, really.
Motherfucker, it's already a year?
Yeah, I ain't got the truth. But overall, I liked it. But what did you think of so you like what part of it? Like the horses?
Whenever the spirit of the horses set him free from the darkness.
Wow.
Oh yeah. How about what character design did you like?
I actually really liked his mom a lot. She was cute and petite.
Things changed from the first episode to that.
She went from hello to.
It took you long enough to get here, Jack.
Well,
And then Jack went, hello, my name's Timmy. So, I'm gonna kill you all.
well, what I think
boy.
what I liked about what I thought about it was, the thing I liked about the arc was it was very graphic. Like, remember when the dad was leading all of his army of men like through the wood, through the things.
spike.
You could tell that the soldiers were being spiked and killed
one by
one because you saw the horses slowly having no riders, and then the horses
and then
stopped.
horses stuff.
And at the end of it, like his dad was by himself at the end of it. Like you could tell that they were all killed because the things were coming from the ground and because it was sharp. That you knew that was going to impale you.
Yeah.
I like that because if you were young, you wouldn't have picked that up, but if you're an adult, you would have.
Yeah.
So I like that. I also, the one thing I did not like about it was the fact to where it showed in most episodes with Jack, it showed him be injured and stuff and get scratched up. With how much his dad fought against all those Akus, actually fight Aku himself and fight against the spikes and all that crap. and get his armor melted off, there was not one scratch on him. That's not realistic. They had even if it had like black lines for dirt, that would have been more detailed. But it had no marks on him. That's the one thing I did not like about it. But the one character design I think I would probably like the most would probably end up being the dad, because of how similar he looked to Jack.
Yeah.
It showed you actually, by looking at him, you can tell that where Jack came from, where his DNA and how his warrior spirit came from.
Yeah. Besides the whole bit.
Yeah. But how about you,
You
Dustin?
look like an Asian Hercules.
What part did you
Of
like
course,
about it?
was Pegasus.
Yeah.
I guess the one part that I liked about it was very interesting to see different cultures as it went along in the timelines, like seeing how the dinosaurs were extinct was actually by a coup, which that was really cool. And I like the fact that you could see cavemen, then we went to, different cultures throughout the whole thing, and I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
I love that it incorporated the cultures, and
Well, we're talking about the prequel.
yeah, the prequel, it did that. When it went through the timeline,
Mm-hmm.
and the tree branches coming out of the ground.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
We saw and how it affected each one.
And it kind of gave a preview of what Jack was going to be going through too.
Yeah, it did, and I really did like the Emperor and how he stood for his people, saying that they're my family and I'll do whatever it takes to take down this evil for both my family and my people.
What part did you not like about it?
I guess the one part I didn't like about it was the fact that that's actually a good question. I guess the fact is that I do agree with you that there's no detail. It's like he went through the hottest tarp, and then all of a sudden he comes out with just
Yeah, but he went through all of that fighting without a single scratch.
that's what I'm saying. It's like there's no way. And come on.
Even in Dexter and stuff like the cartoons with that, like they're even if they get hurt, there's at least some kind of a mark.
Yeah. And we didn't see no marks. Nothing.
Okay, what character design from that arc did you like?
I guess I liked Aku, how they incorporated him with different many forms. It was really interesting.
Right. How about
I liked how he was able to transform into anything. Basically.
Okay.
I liked how he multiplied himself into basically a whole army. That was really cool.
Okay. All right, Aaron. What do you rank it from a 1 to a 10?
1 to a 10.
Based on the prequel.
For just the prequel itself,
Mm-hmm.
probably just I'm just gonna give it maybe a 6.
Yeah. How about you?
That's what I was gonna say.
About a 6?
Yeah.
I'll probably give it maybe a 6 too. Yeah, about a 6. The reason why I'm giving it a 6 is because like it could have been more detailed with the fighting, and it could have been a little bit more fast paced. Like it just felt like a warrior left his wife to go fight a coup. There was no storyline to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm giving it a 5. It was average. It was an average. I mean, if you've never watched Samurai Jack, this would be just an average
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And if it ended like that, saying I have a plan, and then the credits, you would be like, okay, this is a terrible film.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Imagine if it was in the theater and you're so hyped up for this movie, and all of a sudden I have a plan. End credits.
It's like, what plan, bitch?
Yeah.
We
So-
want another plan.
So
Fucker, tell me.
6, 6, 6, 5.
Great, we got 3 6.
Well, it's fine. All right. How about this? 6.5. All right, now moving on to the part that we all want to talk about, the main part, episode 1, 2, and 3 about Jack himself.
Yep.
Okay, Aaron, same questions. What's the one thing you liked about it?
You know what? Let's go. Let's let somebody else start first.
Okay,
This one.
let's go reverse.
Yeah. So Dustin.
Dustin, what do you like about it first?
So we can get ideas, because he doesn't know what to say.
No.
It just for
All three of them.
Yep, all 3.
Honestly, all 3 episodes, going from 1 to 3, these are my favorite ones so far in the whole series. Even though they are the beginning, I did enjoy how the fact is that how Jack was his training.
Yeah,
You know,
that was
across the
good.
world,
That was
learning
epic.
different cultures. You know, learning how to strategize during battle. He has lots of different strategies in battle. Like he could either
Kind of like a war general.
yeah, sort of yes,
Yeah.
a lot like a war
Yeah.
general. And he also has different fighting styles. Like if he loses his sword, he can just pick up a stick and start using a rod as a stick.
Yeah, like or a spear. Make a spear
Or
out of a
he'll
rock.
just use his cunning wits to use a rock to do something else. Like,
And
that's
what's
what I'm
cool
saying.
about future episodes, it's the same way.
Yeah.
He doesn't just use a sword. Like in future episodes, he'll be put in situations where he has to learn use the skills he learned by training.
Yeah.
And then it always shows a flashback of how he learned that skill.
And I think it's my favorite. I love the dogs. They're awesome. I think they're funny.
What's the one thing you didn't like about it?
One thing I didn't like about it, it kind of, at first, like, don't get me wrong, the training was amazing. I kind of wish it had just a little bit more story
Yeah.
in the sense to where it's like, what was he like? How was he feeling during this training? We didn't even know, like how he
Well,
felt.
I think they're
and-
saving that. I think they're saving that for future episodes, because I know some, if my memory serves me correctly, some episodes focus on that.
Mhm.
Like,
Well, what I'm saying is, like, at that point, like, I understand that later on he explains how he felt, but during this, it's like, look like how he felt, you know?
right
Instead of like they just did it quick. His
now,
training's over.
there's more design. So, which design out of this did you like the most?
Which design did I like out of this one? Honestly, I really enjoyed the design of Jack. How he went from, a small kid to now he is the main character. I love his design. I love the dog armor.
Yeah.
The dog armor. Yes, the dog armor having a bulldog on top of his freaking helmet. That was awesome.
That was pretty cool. Well, I guess the thing I liked about it was the fact to where about the training thing, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But I also liked about it because in Japan, in the culture, your whole thing is based on duty and honor towards your family, and they actually did the culture right, because even from growing up, he was taught culture this, duty this, honor your family, fight a coup, destroy him, and that's what he's built up at towards when he goes to the future. That's what his mindset is. Like, I'll do everything I can to save the planet.
Yeah.
And what's cool about it, what I liked about it, was the fact, even though it was only 3 episodes, they fit so much into 3 episodes. Like, from the moment he was born, all the way up until he was all the way until his journey began fighting a coup. Like, they fit, even those 3 episodes, and they could have put a little bit more detail into the story. I can understand why they couldn't, because they had only such a short time. I like how they fit that in good.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't feel too rushed, but it also didn't feel like it was skipped.
Yeah.
And I also like the fighting too. Like, it showed how it's fought. Like Jack, like the action's really good. And again, like the prequel, I like how they're able to make it graphic with the fighting with the Beatles, without having to, show blood. But that's their intention to act. That's what it would look like if it was actually fighting monsters. Like, it would be blood. One thing I did not like about it was the fact where I have to say, I would have liked to have seen more of a connection between him and his family. I know
Yeah.
he cared about his dad and his mom, but it didn't show how traumatized he was to be away from his family. Like, it did, and he was also. I understand a samurai is supposed to separate his duty from family, and it's like, and he's supposed to be like, okay, I know what I have to do. That's more important, but it took away the humanistic value of him
Yeah.
a little bit. And the dogs, I liked them, but they were a little. It made some of the serious scenes that needed to be serious too goofy. Like, it took away the heart and danger from it.
Right.
And I guess the character design that I actually liked was Jack at the end of it when he was covered in oil.
Oh yeah.
That's something you would see in most anime.
Yeah.
Like, their whole, like, you see that, like, beaten up. That was the closest thing to battle. That looked like legit battle damage. Like,
Yeah.
covered in dirt and oil, and it actually showed blood on him. And I liked that, because it was realistic.
Yeah.
And I guess the one thing I didn't like about it also was the fact to where Aku, when he found Jack was alive, he was like, eh.
Well, he really didn't consider him a threat.
Well, it could.
That's how I see it. Is the fact that I do agree with you on that. It's like he just shrugged it off. But think about it. He built an entire empire, and he thinks he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
But I bet later on in the series, he's like, okay, I need to consider
His fear
this
starts
serious.
building up.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
it's just-
So, like right now, he doesn't consider him a threat. He's like, yeah.
Right.
Right.
Well, yeah, I guess I can see that. How about okay? Now it's your turn. What part did you like about it?
I agree with Dustin. I really like how it showed the different cultures and going around the world and then making it back to his mom.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Took you forever. I was about to take my, diabetic pill, but God.
What part did you not like about it?
I don't like the fact that it was still kind of slow paced.
Yeah.
And during like the scenes when he was showing the training and everything, he didn't talk. There was no speaking. It was just like going through
Silence.
everything.
Well, that's the thing. That was one of the Gendy Turtikoski. He actually said that one of the best parts about the show is you can go an entire. There's actually episodes where there is no dialogue
Yeah.
at all.
No,
There is
at
no
all.
talking. There's no, like you can actually go an entire episode without. You can literally watch it on mute and listen to your own music and not miss a thing. But I think that's kind of what they advertised kind of when he was getting trained. But what character design did you like out of it?
I like the futuristic creatures that they made.
Like the aliens?
Mhm.
And did any of them stand out to you?
The bartender, the one that went to Aku at the end.
Yeah, the girl.
Mhm.
With the oh yeah, that's pretty cool looking. I like that, and I like also like how they make it kind of. It's a mixture between anime. What? My brain literally stopped. It's a mixture between cartoon animation and anime animation, kinda.
Yeah.
Kind of like a mix.
Cartoonimation.
Yeah. Was there anything any part of it that stood out to you more than something else, like that other cartoons don't have?
It has more action, more cartoons.
Yeah.
That's true.
I guess that's gonna be your two's answer too. What stood out to you that makes it different from other cartoons? And you too.
I guess that it just involves more cultures in a way to
Yeah.
where other cartoons don't. Like
Yeah.
other cartoons focus on either America, which
Or
America,
their
but
town,
still,
or their town.
Yeah,
This broad, it made it more like you felt like it was.
yeah,
planet.
it felt
Yeah.
like it was the planet, and not many cartoons do that these days. Back then, it was a good cartoon, and like I said, more action, and it had pretty good story. But
How about
how do
you?
you feel?
Well, I like how it's hand drawn. I
Yeah.
like how it looks beautiful.
There's
But-
That's how you make a cartoon.
No,
You
shut
have
the
to
fuck
end
no.
on-
Usually,
Shut up.
usually cartoons you see giant stuff, but
Yeah, but like here, you just like, sometimes it was like, his face looked weird.
that was also because it's like made like in what 2000 something, like really
Like
really
early 90s.
No, it was like
late
90s,
90s,
early
yeah, late
20th
90s, like
century.
2000.
Yeah, really
But, like,
really early.
No, and like I like how y'all talk about like it showed his training. He went to the different countries. He went to Egypt, Africa, to all those other places
Mongolia,
Yeah, all those-
India,
to train
England,
and hang out. And the bum thing is, I have to agree with you, Tony, that it didn't show that he missed his family.
Yeah.
Besides, after she dropped him off, he just had like a sad look on his face. Then it goes back to him and that dude on the boat looking at stars, and he's all happy. I'm like, so that's it.
Yeah,
Just-
your
just that
dad.
one
Your
part. Your
dad.
dad just got kidnapped, and your mom just left you to strangers so you can go around the country and train and do all this other stuff. Learn all this other stuff like math and shit like that. Just
But one thing I liked about it that was different was the sounds of the weapons, the
Yeah.
sound effects, like the sword.
oh yeah,
A lot of cartoons that use weapons or something like that that's not anime
yeah,
does not use when you hear the clang of the sword, you can feel the impact of it.
oh yeah.
It was which I like. How about you? What was different from that between other cartoons?
Probably that they showed more damage on him, like the
Yeah.
scars and cuts
Yeah.
and stuff.
I can see that.
It's not many cartoons do that.
So, what's your expectations, Dustin,
Hmm.
from future episodes?
Honestly, I am expecting it. It will get better. because I have seen I have not seen every episode, but I have seen it up to halfway, and it was really good. Like where I was at, and of course where I was at, he was going undersea city. They had different undersea technology, but like I said, it has a very interesting concept, and I cannot wait to watch the rest just to see all the different things that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I agree too. My expectations for it, it's been a while since I've seen it too, is to see more people he meets, more alliances he makes, and the flashbacks of his training and how he used it to fight his current enemy.
Honestly, I can't wait until he meets the Irishman, because that's you and me.
The Scotsman?
Yeah. I'm the Scotsman, and you're Samurai Jack.
Yeah, that's funny. How about you? What's your expectations?
I think it's gonna get better too. I think it's gonna pick up and be faster paced later.
Yeah.
Well, I think it stays the same pace, if I remember correctly. It does stay the same pace,
It's
just a little bit, but then it really kicks off.
It only does part 2. It's every episode's its own individual story, unless it's like a special or a movie or something.
Yeah.
How about you? What do you expect? What's your expectations?
Well,
I mean, honestly, I don't think we should expect anything.
true, since we.
It's the same as mine or
Yeah.
his.
And plus, I like to see more Easter eggs because
Yeah,
the dog episode. If y'all watch Powerpuff Girls, they had the sign from the Townsville, and it was like, what the hell?
You need to show that.
Some people rumored. It's easy. Just look up on Google. Townsville sign to Samurai Jack, apocalyptic sign in the dog village, whatever. But it's rumored that the town that Jack was in the beginning with the dogs was a wasteland Townsville.
Yeah.
Which, if it makes, the Powerpuff Girls couldn't defeat the Coon.
But it could have just been him putting the sign in there to throw an homage to Powerpuff Girls.
That
Probably.
It probably wasn't really Townsville,
But-
we don't know.
To wrap it up, what's your from 1 to 10? What's your ranking on?
I just now thought of something. What is the technology he stole from Dexter?
Who knows? I guess we're not going to know unless they do something with it.
Unless they have a big interview.
Like, no, I mean the robots.
Like
the
talking about
robots.
past
I
episodes.
mean, like the robots.
Maybe you're not going to know unless they.
That's true. Because we're not gonna know unless the creators, and directors make big interview about the past seasons, about what they've done, why did they have the sign of Townsville, and all this technology and shit.
If we're wrong, say you're wrong, Aaron. That's all you have to do. Say in the comments you're wrong.
But anyway, what's from 1 to 10 your ranking on it?
My ranking for the first 3 episodes would have to be I'd probably give it maybe a 7.
7 out of 10?
Yeah.
How about you?
Probably an 8.
Out of 10? I'd probably give it about. The only thing I did not like about it was some of the things I already explained, so I'm probably going to give it about. Maybe a 9.
Okay.
About a 9.
Jump.
Well, the reason why I really like the series, but there's only a few things I didn't like about it. Most of the point of it, I really enjoyed it.
It was like a big jump.
How about
You're probably going to question me on this, but I'm going to give it a 6 because
you? 6?
the reason why it didn't get enough to hit it off.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at this standpoint, it didn't give it enough to hit it off, but it still gave you enough interest to continue.
So since we ranked the first arc from by itself, and they ranked the first 3 episodes by itself, we'll go ahead and combine them and then make an average. So for the first arc, episode 37-38 for you was a 6.
Yeah.
Right. So your rank for the first 3 episodes was an 8, right?
7.
7.
Yeah.
So if it's from a 6 to a 7, we'll make it about 6.5.
Yeah.
So your overall ranking for the series so far is 6.5. Yours was a 6.2 from the first arc, right? Going up to an 8.
Yeah.
So probably about a 7. So a 7 for you. Mine is, since I went from a 6.5 to a 9, I'll probably end up having 7.5.
Yeah.
About mid-range, 7.5.
This was a 5 to a 6.
So if yours was a 5 in the beginning, then it was 6 now from the second, and so your final is about a 5.5. So
Yeah, because the thing is, I'm seeing that it's average.
So
It's average. I'm not being mean.
Right.
I'm just.
It's just like if you watch the episodes, 37, the prequels like we did, you're just gonna think it's average because you never watched the
But
original series You just like picked up random
But
episodes and started watching.
You do have to admit that the prequel has better animation because it's of how many. It's episode 37, 38.
Yeah.
So after a couple years. So final ranking is 6.5, 7.5, 7.5,
Yeah.
and 5.5. Okay.
I'm probably going to be the most hated.
So did anybody have final thoughts?
No.
Justin?
No,
I don't have
I'm good, dude.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Well, I guess if that's it, anybody. Well, the next episodes will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
And we'll talk about it when we on episode 2 of this. So.
Like, subscribe, favorite, share it to your friends. See you on the next episode of DLP Nation.
See ya.